So, welcome to my Tulane Public Health Admit Day video. So, here is my little walk to the airport and to the airplane. So, you can see this nice view of the sun here. The sun was still going up at the time that I left the Oakland airport because it was literally 5 a.m. in the morning. And then when I landed to Vegas, it was probably around 6:40, almost 7 a.m. But it was a pretty nice day in Las Vegas. You can see the Mandalay Bay from across the way there. And then this is the little casinos that they have in the airport. And this is us taking off again from Vegas. So what was interesting is that for most of the layovers that I did to the East Coast for these vlogs, they were actually in Vegas for some reason. There's a little dam over there, and that's more views. When we were landing into New Orleans, I won't lie, there was quite a bit of turbulence, so you'll see a lot of the plane shaking here. So I had to cut the footage a lot because the shakiness was just not great to record. And then here is when we landed. And then here is the inside of the New Orleans airport there. You can see all of the nice structure that they have in there. Lots of restaurants inside in comparison to when I went a long time ago. And then this is the outside of the airport here. This is the other outside. This part is the hotel. This is the nice view that they had here. There's the bridge connecting us to New Orleans here. There you go. We're at the Tulane school. There you go. We're at Tulane School of Public Health. Oh, okay. Yeah. So over here, this was the outside of the New Orleans area. And then this is the Caesars Superdome that we were passing by. And then this is the road leading to Baton Rouge. And then it was taking us back around. And then we were crossing this bridge over here. And this bridge was getting us over to our hotel area. And then this is getting back from the hotel area. Crossing that bridge again, heading out. So we were honestly taking this bridge to head to the Smoothie King Center. And then we want to see the Caesar Superdome again. And then we were looking for some nice crab. And this is one of the places that we went to. It was called the Fiery Crab. It's a really good crab place. Our waiter was excellent. And it was great. So after we ate some more seafood, we just honestly wanted to look around New Orleans. The gas was very cheap, of course, and the area around it was pretty nice. They had the Cinnamall there. We were honestly just looking at different foods, and this street here, which I honestly forgot the name for, had a lot of different foods. Like every single area had a piece of food, which was great. And so I don't remember the name. But if you happen to know this area, put it in the comments because I honestly forgot the name. I just remember I was really hungry and we were just looking for food. that happened to be the city with all the food. And we were taking the bridge back to our hotel. It was pretty dark in the middle of the night. And so that was the Holiday Inn that we were staying at the time. So on this side here was a view of the Smoothie King Center again. And so after we passed that and the dome, we were heading over back to Tulane for their Admitted Students Day. And Tulane's Admitted Students Day, that was not in the School of Public Health, but more so in the building across from it, which was really nice. And so there's the little red trains that they have there. And then on this side here was more New Orleans. We were looking at the Cafe Benes, which were really good, by the way. You should try it if you go there. And this is the downtown area here. It's very nice out there. There's the Caesars Casino. And then here is the rest of the area. And then this area here was a street that we were recording going to the rest of downtown. I forgot where that one part was. but this was a nice little statue that we looked at. And then this is the trains that we were passing by. This was the medical centers. This is some of the other restaurants that we were passing by there in New Orleans, which are really nice. And then over here was the outside of the hotel. And so there was a lot of hotels in New Orleans that we were looking at. And then there was another picture of the train that I focused on in. And then this is more hotels. And then on this upcoming video was Smoothie King Center again that we went around towards. And then here is back to Tulane. We went in a circle. And this is the nice shirt that the admitted students people gave. And here was our walk over back to Tulane School of Public Health here. And then over on this side was the inside of the school again, which was very nice. And this is the sign leading us in.
On the 20th floor.
Oh.
We have like three. That's awesome. I work with.
Oh, from the same city I'm from. So our tour guide was giving us a tour of the school here. And so this is the bottom here of the school. And so it was a really nice area here. There's the UPS. And then this is the other stuff here. This is their merch. And this is their student lounges that we're walking into. So there's two student lounges here. So there's this one with the billiards, and then they had like some couches and some lockers that you can use here, which were really nice. And then if you look here, this is the type of activities that they had on campus at the Weatherhead School of Public Health. And then on this side is some other information about general info meetings to get involved in, as well as other lounge spaces. And this is the little map, and this is the rooms. This is some of the food that they had there for the students, and the areas to sit. So this is a picture of the food. And over here, we were heading towards the upstairs area. This is floor 24 here, and this is the Office of Student Enrollment and Admissions. And here's some other important offices here, which were cool. Student experience. This is a picture of the student experience office. And then here is the notes of the wall of gratitude here. And this is the other area heading to the dean's office. And here's the classrooms that were very nice. And then over here was the outside of New Orleans there. And this is another picture of the Tulane Career Center area, I believe. And then this was their little dance floor looking thing. And this was a desk that I was looking at from there. And then on this side here, if we go to the next part, is more of the computer labs. This is some of the other computer labs that they had on campus, and some other lounges where students can crash. And so this is another area. And this is the buffet that I went to right after. The buffet was really good, by the way. It had a lot of delicious seafood that I liked there. And this is our drive back to the hotel. And there will be a part 2 of this video for just New Orleans. So stay tuned for that video coming soon here on Jarrell TV.